What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the titles going down. Make sure to like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Y'all see it. One thing about it, you know, is I posted. If y'all didn't see the last video, I posted the last video and I kind of got into it a little bit, but it's definitely sad. It's definitely sad on. This just goes to show y'all on how much and how bad things have gotten, and seeing just how it's like they try to keep you quiet as much as possible. Says right here, Elon Musk says California is trying to make investigating fraud illegal. Says Elon Musk stood up for Nick Shirley, saying California trying to make investigating fraud illegal. California is trying to cover up trillions in fraud, y'all. And guess what? They're going to expose it all. And they have been exposing it all. That's the thing. I'm not going to lie. It says California, and this is a post by Elon Musk. Says California legislators are trying to make investigating fraud illegal. Like I said, that is a post from, Elon Musk. Said California, and this is a post by Nick Shirley. California is trying to pass a bill that would criminalize investigative journalism with misdemeanors, 10,000 fines, imprisonment, and content taken down. The proposed bill is titled AB 2624 and was made after I exposed mass fraud by immigrant groups in America. Under AB 2624, government-funded entities like Somali Learing's daycare center would be protected from being exposed if they operate inside California. This enemy truly is within. What our politicians would rather protect fraudsters and illegal migrants. It's time for us to stand up and face mass oppression for the traitors who rule over us. Definitely. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely sad, that you have somebody that's out here that's actually doing amazing work and exposing things. It just goes to show you on how messed up, and they know that they're in the wrong about it. I mean, if you have to go out your way to do this, trust and believe. They know that they are in the wrong about it, and they're in deep trouble about it. Check it out right here.
So what do you think?
Also, it says Elon Musk is also calling out Democrats in Gavin Newsom, California. And also Gavin Newsom.
About all this hospice fraud. Sir, you're in the Cybertruck, driving away, taking money from old people. Yet he's just driving away in his Cybertruck, won't even answer any questions. Let's see, we have another rich person as well that's getting rich off this hospice. This guy's leaving as well. So the two people that walked out of Holy Angels, they're in a brand new Cybertruck and a new BMW. How lucrative of a business is hospice? I'm seeing a Cybertruck, you're in a nice BMW. It's good? Yeah, because it looks like, for instance, Guardian of Angels, that used to be here, $4.8 million they billed the state of California. And how many clients do you guys have?
Brother, do you have a badge? Do I need to answer your question?
I'm just curious.
It's not mine. I just work.
Yeah. You must be getting paid pretty well, right?
Bro, this is my parents, bro. Come on.
Do your parents run the hospice?
They don't work.
No. Who's that guy in the Cybertruck?
He's my uncle.
He's your uncle. So it's like a family business to own the hospices.
Wow.
But why was he walking out of the hospice then too?
Brother, can you leave me alone?
Like these hospices, there's nothing inside of them.
He don't know what to say. He don't know what to say. I feel like if you know that you don't have nothing to do with it, your response would be better. You would actually have something to say, and you wouldn't get so defensive very quickly. When you see all those three things, and the opposite of them, and they get real defensive, they don't really know what to say. When you get all those things, trust and believe. They're in the wrong for that.
Newest BMW and the newest Cybertruck. I can only imagine what the guy who's in charge is driving.
Just all the other hospices? Do you like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting?
And then he tells on himself. Not only from he tells on himself.
Do you like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting the hospice patients, sir? Uh-oh, he's gonna have to do another point turn.
Yeah, you guys are in my fucking way. Move.
Well, you could just go that way. What's the key to opening up a hospice if I wanted to open up one? Because you're in the family business of hospices. If I want to open my own? What do you do for work here?
Huh?
What do you do for work here?
Why?
Oh, we're just looking around. We're seeing all these hospices, so we're just curious.
Well, I don't know, man.
Word got out that I was inside of the plaza and all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars, leaving the scene.
Excuse me. Let's see if
Look what they driving.
just answer our questions really quick. Hello, can we ask you a quick question? Driving out in a brand new M8. They can't get out that easy. How can I get an M8 as well? Should I open up a hospice? Driving
Ain't gonna lie, it sounds fire too. I'm a car guy. It sounds fire. It sounds expensive.
out in
Ain't
a
gonna lie,
brand
it
new
sounds
M8 BMW M8 competition. Listen to this thing. This is the sound of hospice money.
Facts. For real though.
And this is the guy who said he's fat because of Dr. Oz. His business is not open today. Seems like this mafia right here is naming all of their companies after the word angel. We have Angels of Valley Hospice. We have Angels of Haven, Angels of Peace, Light of Angels. Yet the BMWs, one right here, one right there, two brand new Mercedes over there. It just is unbelievable the amount of money that these people are making, and they're not even trying to hide it. Buying these luxury cars, each and every single person's wearing some sort of designer clothing as well. And this building looks like it used to be some sort of old motel that has turned into some cash grab, money grab for hospices here. Would you like to give any last statement about what's going on here? Nothing? Because it seems like it was pretty good family business. Another guy just pulled out in the M8 competition.
Good for them, bro. Why are you guys pocket watching, bro? Leave the people alone.
Because this is taxpayers' dollars that are paying for all this stuff.
Okay. What the fuck is he doing? That ass just working, bro.
With taxpayers' dollars receiving money from Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, you name it. And it just seems like a lot of people are getting rich off of
I'm busy, bro. I have work.
the death of old people. What do you do for work here?
Bro.
I'm telling y'all, it's definitely sad, you know, that they even I truly don't get it. Like these are the individuals that you're protecting. And you have so many people that's actually struggling and going through things. People that bust they every day trying to go, you know, and work and do everything that they can. And you have these individuals that's just getting brand new cars, living a life. I'm telling y'all, it says California AG just said a $250 million fraud scheme involved fraudsters billing taxpayers when they purchase stolen identities out of the state on the dark web. So it is a lie. It says Gavin Newsom administration allowed this. They have practically zero safeguards against his jaw-dropping theft. I'm telling y'all, Gavin needs to resign. The politicians responsible for this need to face criminal charges.
Let me tell you more about this scheme and the criminal operation here. Operation Skip Trace was initially kicked off by a tip from California DHCS, Department of Healthcare Services, of a tip of alleged hospice fraud at 14 companies. DOJ's DMFEA, the Division of Medical Fraud and Elder Abuse, my team, investigated those 14 companies, plus a billing company, and 8 individuals suspected of money laundering. We found that those involved in this fraud, in this scheme, would purchase personal identifying information for people who live outside of California on the dark web, and then enroll them into covered California, posing as California residents. Straw owners then bought up a number of hospice companies and began billing Medi-Cal for non-existent services for those stolen identities. They used fake records, non-existent offices, and fake diagnoses to justify these claims. Meanwhile, the so-called patients were healthy, out of state, and completely unaware that they had been enrolled in hospice care. Once the money was paid out, it was funneled through a complex web of over 130 shell companies and hidden across bank accounts, payment apps, and cryptocurrency to evade detection. The money.
Bro, this a lot. People really like support what's going on. Like I don't get that. Says a former top aide to Gavin Newsom is accused of fraud, making bogus business expenses for luxury items and $156,000 trip to. What is 156,000? What's in Mexico that you doing? California resident just confessed to funneling over $5 million to Nigeria and China. Bro, what?
And finally, a former top aide to Gavin Newsom is accused of making bogus business expenses.
156,000. I'm still
topping $1 million and using that cash to go on a spending spree, which included a $15,000 Chanel handbag and a $156,000 birthday blowout in Mexico. Must be nice. And plenty of fraud.
Women, let me ask y'all something. Women, y'all know me. I ain't about to get into that. I ain't about to ask. Anyways, what's so I can understand paying a bag for, you know, when it's going, you know, y'all probably gonna look at me crazy. I'm just being reasonable. 500, 1,000, maybe even 2,000 a bag, you know. What when you're going in the 15 range? What's good about the bag? And some people gonna say, well, Recklezz, you said 500,000, 2,000. That's reasonable, y'all. That's reasonable. And don't look at me. I ain't never spent that much on no bag. I'm being 100 with y'all. I've not spent that much on a bag. Other things you talk about. A bag, no. What is so good about a bag? You know what I mean? Something that you carry and you put other things in that could potentially mess up the bag. You know what I mean? And that's just me being, I don't know. But it's a question that I have to ask. I don't really feel like I even asked that question before, but I want to know.
Fraudsters are sending their money overseas.
15,000?
On Monday, a California resident confessed to funneling more than $5 million in contracts to China and Nigeria. And last week, CMS Administrator Dr. Oz told me that the Cuban government might have their hands in the cookie jar.
We have rampant fraud here, and we believe the Cuban government might be involved in this effort. I was in Flushing, Queens, New York, where Chinese are involved in a program that is defrauding that state with these adult social daycare centers, which are basically congregation centers for fraud. Again, the state's looking the other way.
Joining me now, a man taking action. White House.
I'm telling y'all, it's honestly crazy. A good thing about it, you got J.D. Vance that's sworn into President Trump's anti-fraud assistant, Attorney General Colin McDonald, who will now surge fraud prosecutions nationwide. Minnesota, California, New York, and so forth. I'm telling y'all. So y'all don't really have to actually, you know, hear and watch this whole thing. He did get sworn in, though, and I feel like this is an amazing thing because you obviously have people that are, in a sense, you know, how can I say this? Trying to shut up, you know, the independent journalists and things like that. But one thing about it, we're going to get some stuff. We're going to get some stuff handled, especially having Elon Musk in there. One thing about this, though, yeah, Steve Hilton. Steve Hilton, I feel like this is definitely an amazing fit. I don't know about y'all. I know a lot of people are rooting for Steve Hilton, but this is definitely the person that I feel like is the right fit for California. Check it out.
All right, it's official. Eric Swalwell, as I told you last night, has dropped out of the governor's race. We just got off the flight back from the Republican convention in San Diego and heard the news. This just goes to show that this entire Democrat machine in California, it is collapsing into corruption and sleaze and scandal and chaos. And that is why we are going to kick them out this year. I'm the leading candidate for governor, and we're going to lead California into a beautiful new golden future.
And I truly feel like he's, and the thing is with Steve Hilton, I don't want people to grill him because I feel like it's a start. I feel like it's a start when it comes down to it. You know, when it comes down to Steve Hilton and what he got going on. I'm not even trying to be funny with y'all. I feel like this is something that, you know, truly is a start. And, you know, when he becomes, I'm going to say that, when he becomes, you know, the governor, let me see if people, okay, you got people that's rooting for Steve. You know, you got people in here. I'm telling y'all. One thing about it, though, I truly feel as if that he would, it would take some time. It's a lot that's going on in California. It's a lot that's going on. I feel like it'll take some time, but I feel like he'll also get some stuff together. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm telling y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.